So one of the questions that I often get, especially as a therapist, right? Inside the office and outside of the office, people often ask me, what really is love, right? And of course, a lot of people have a lot of different definitions about what love is for them. For some people, if you've read the love languages, you know, there could be words of affirmation or acts of service or quality time and those types of things. But regardless of the expression of love, the cost of love never changes, right? And this is what is such a powerful concept to me. Regardless of how you express your love, the cost of love will always be pain. Now, people don't like to hear this truth and this reality because we have been fed a lie where we believe that if we find the right person who is ideal for us, that we wouldn't have to go through the pain of adjusting. We wouldn't have to go through the pain of resolving conflict. We wouldn't have to go through the pain of getting to know one another. We can just kind of live as we are living now, and love would just kind of take off. But the truth is, even if you get with the right person and you don't have any fights at all over the span of your relationship, you're both going to die. Sounds morbid, right? But the truth is, the cost of love will almost always end up in the singularity called pain. I think we've done a terrible job integrating pain into our concept of love. So the presence of pain becomes a reason why we stop loving. And to me, this is such a terrible thing. And this is why you find that relationships nowadays, they don't last. People want to love as long as it feels good, right? People want to stay committed as long as it feels good. But no one wants to love and stay committed through the pain. But find me any situation in life, find me any endeavor in life that won't create pain for you. And you find that that seems to be the signature of anything worthwhile. Anything that is worth doing, whether it's losing weight, whether it's getting married, whether it's elevating your career, whether it's doing something that you've never done before, it requires pain. And so instead of trying to find the right situation so that we don't feel pain, why don't we change our expectations and begin embracing that pain is a part of love? So instead of being removed from a relationship because we're uncomfortable or because we don't like what's happening, maybe now we can look at pain as a reason why we should continue to love. Because I think what we do a terrible job of is we begin expecting us from our partner. And once you start expecting us from our partner, we engage on the assumption that they're not going to hurt us because they're thinking like I think. And whenever you start using that word like, whenever you start using that word should, you can be rest assured that pain is right around the corner. And so embracing the fact that love costs pain means we change our efforts from managing people into increasing our capacity to love, right? So everybody wants to love, but nobody wants to develop a capacity to love. It's not about trying to avoid getting hurt. It's about having enough love in your tank such that when you get hurt, you can recover and move on. And see, I think that when we take this particular approach to life, it stops us from becoming so timid, right? So many people are so afraid to love because they have such a limited supply. I don't want to love this person because if I continue to love them, who's to say that they won't hurt me? And so we're loving from a very limited place. But once we can accept that pain is a part of love and life, we can change the focus on people onto ourselves. Recognizing that people will be who they are, people will do what they want to do. It shouldn't change who we are as lovers of ourselves and lovers of other people. I remember this old childhood song, love is something that you give it away and you end up having more. Well, we're not loving anymore. And because we don't love anymore, we make our relationships very conditional. And the fact that our relationships are conditional means that pain not only becomes inevitable, pain turns into suffering. And once pain turns into suffering, we need to understand that that is now a conscious decision, right? Pain is inevitable in this world, but suffering is a choice. And I don't want people to continue suffering because they want people to be something for them. Instead, I want people to release themselves from these shackles of needing people to be something so that we can be free to live in love without a fear of pain. So guys, you know, as always, I think that the true value of information is not to sit on it, but to spread it. And if anybody who is watching this video right now was impacted in some way, where you pause for a moment and something resonated with you, I want to make sure that we not only save those experiences for ourselves, but we also give those experiences to other people by sharing and disseminating as well. Change doesn't necessarily have to be a physical thing, but change sometimes is creating an opportunity for someone else to experience the same things that we experience. And so don't forget to give this video a like and a share so that someone else could also receive this message as well.